Welcome to The Sound, KQAL FM's weekly behind-the-scenes look at Midwestern-made music. From writing and recording to distribution and promotion, The Sound is your source for new releases and exclusive interviews from Midwestern artists. Support for The Sound is made possible by a grant from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Rolling. Tonight on The Sound, we dig into the latest album by Pert Near Sandstone titled Waiting Days. Hailing from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, Pert Near, as the band is affectionately known, have long been an important part of the Minnesota americana roots rock scene. With a career spanning Pert Near 20 years, these guys show no signs of slowing down anytime soon. And their latest album, Waiting Days, is proof that they are just as relevant today as they were Pert Near 20 years ago. Yeah, I know, but I can't seem to help myself. I'm Bill Stoneberg, and well, without further ado, or more bad jokes, here's Pert Near Sandstone with their new album, Waiting Days, tonight on The Sound.
Our waiting days are fine.
Distant lands, I can't help but understand. All my life I've been that way. Now I don't expect I'll change. Raised a great northern boy, might not have any choice. Always drawn on down the trail. I believe that I always will. I've been traveling on this road from home. I barely know, I've been traveling for so long that this road might be my home. Stumbled, I've been in need. Rolled on like a tumbleweed. Ain't no troubles will bring me down. Follow me when I'm leaving town. I've been lonesome, I've been sad. Things have never been that bad. I've seen what good life can bring. Following the way a caged bird sings. I've been traveling on this road from home. I barely know. I've been traveling for so long that this road might be my home. Living how I please, getting lost in reveries through the fields and dales on the backcountry trails, meandering with rippling creeks and blowing in the singing breeze. And I can't complain, I would do it all again. I've been traveling on this road from home. I barely know, I've been traveling for so long that this road might be my home. Yeah, this road
That was I've Been Traveling, and that's the first track from Waiting Days, which is the new album by Pert Near Sandstone, and they're from Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And tonight, I have Justin and Jay from Pert Near in the studio.
What's up?
How you guys doing tonight?
Doing well.
Really
Thank
good,
you, Bill.
really good.
Awesome. Well, good. Thanks for stopping by. I know you guys are playing at Midwest Music Fest in La Crosse later tonight, and this just worked out so you could stop in and talk to us. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Really
to be down
appreciate
here.
it. Yeah. That first track, I've Been Traveling, sounds kind of like a true story, you know? And I know you guys have been doing this for a long time. How long? I'm going to be like the old comedians, you know? Yeah. Well, how long was it? You know? How long have you guys been together?
You know, it's a very good question. We're not totally sure ourselves, but we know it's been 20 years at least ish.
Oh, wow.
It started kind of vaguely as like a side project of some of ours, and we've kind of, you know, it's so. But I do know that we started playing Boats and Bluegrass, like the second Boats and Bluegrass ever, back when it was still on a farm, like across the river.
Wow. Really?
And they had to bring boats down to the river from there.
I was not there.
Justin wasn't in the band then. He's still the new guy.
Right.
Maybe he's been with us for 10 years.
10 years, you're
still
still the
him
new guy.
A testament to the longevity.
So yeah, 20 years?
Right. 20-some years. Wow. That is incredible. A lot of bands, most bands can't last that long.
That's I was having this conversation the other day, actually.
Right.
Some regulars. I work at a bar in Minneapolis called Buster's on 28th, and, you know, I've been there for 14 years.
Wow.
So my entire tenure in the band I've also had that job.
Uh-huh.
So, and I've also had regulars at that bar for that long, and we were all just BSing about it, and I was like, it's crazy that the band is still a band. A lot of bands don't last 10 years, let alone 20.
Yeah. We all have regular jobs. That's how you do this for 20 years also.
Right.
You have to work outside of this work.
Well, so you guys have been together for quite some time. You got a lot of great tunes, including a great live show, which even includes and correct me if I say this wrong, but clogging? Is that the right word for it?
That is, I think, the right word for it. Justin should field this question.
Being married to a clogger.
Yes. Yeah, cool.
The reason why they call it clogging, maybe I'm not sure, because it's basically tap, but just a different style.
But with different shoes, right? Or is it tap shoes?
No, they wear all the cloggers I know wear tap shoes.
Really interesting.
Yeah, and
so it's like fiddle versus violin, kind of. It's maybe, like how you use it, right? You know?
And that's actually a good analogy, because like the style of dance that clogging is different than tap, you know.
Right.
Tap is super toe heavy and light, you know, and when clogging is more heel driven and heavy and it's not like more or less rhythmic, but it's perhaps differently rhythmic, you know.
It looks like their legs are like swinging around while their body is just sitting still. Like, you know, it's weird. It's cool. It's cool. How did that come about? How did you guys incorporate that into the
our friend Andy Lambert was in this group called the Wild Goose Chase Cloggers, which both Kevin and Justin in our band's wives are members of.
Still.
Nice.
Still. And this was many, many years ago, and he kind of approached us with this idea of, I'm just going to bring a little board, and I'll throw it on stage, and I'll just, you know, clog dance on this thing with you guys. And
So do you just put a mic on it then? Is that how that...
Say what?
How does that work? Do you just put a mic on it then, or like
underneath it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's pretty neat. I don't know.
Yeah, we've had a variety of different cloggers, which is always fun too. Because
everybody's
Matt Cartier has clogged with us for a long time. We were going to have a different. Speaking of this evening, we actually won't have a clog dancer unless somebody can bring a clog board and clog dance with us in the area. Because we have a guy that's sick that was going to come with us, Sam.
Okay. So calling all cloggers.
Now that we're building it all up, you know, you'll just have to imagine somebody dancing.
Right.
Yeah. We have played a number of shows recently without, and we've, you know, been exploring different.
Right.
You know,
well, I just thought I think it's neat because it's a cool part of the live show, but you guys incorporate that into your tunes too. You know, some of the songs have them on there. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that first track does. I believe.
Yeah,
right?
it does, absolutely.
Yeah. There's a little section in there.
I've been traveling a tune that Nate Sipe wrote. He definitely travels the most in the band, being that he lives, you know, in North Carolina. So
okay.
He's always on the road, and he's always been kind of that way too. He's a bit of a nomad, and
Yeah, we're all from the Twin Cities. He grew up with us even.
Right.
But he, for the last 10 plus years, has been living out in L.A. and then just recently moved to Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So, yeah, he's always, we got to fly him in and out, and he's always traveling.
Wow.
So when he could speak more to that tune, but definitely give you an idea.
Yeah. How does that affect like rehearsals and things like that? Or at this point, after 20 years, right? I would imagine.
We try to run stuff. We have the three of us, the main ones that are living in the Twin Cities. We try and run stuff. Otherwise, we kind of conference with Nate a bit and run stuff when we're on the road, or he flies in early and.
Yeah.
Sure.
It definitely affects it.
It definitely, like we don't have a weekly regular.
Right.
At times I really long for, but it is what it is. We've also been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And if we're playing markets we haven't played in a while, we know the tunes we're going to hit,
Right.
And, sprinkling some new ones. So there is a bit of muscle memory to it, where.
Sure.
But it never hurts to rehearse.
Yeah, it's like rehearsing is good.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll talk more about that, but let's get back into some tunes. We're just going to go down the line for a little bit here. And the next song is, I think it's your first single off the record, All Waves Break.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and hear that, play that for folks, and then we'll come back and talk some more. I'm here with Justin and Jay from Pert Near Sandstone, and we're playing some tracks off their new album called Waiting Days. So this next track is the second track on the album. It's called All Waves Break, and you're listening to it on The Sound right here on 89.5 KQAL.
Close your eyes, leave nothing in your mind, silent abysses. But don't panic, we're breathing underwater, searching for all your weird fishes. And it's cold and it's black down here. Still you feel like something draws near. Below, there is no sky to fall. Feel all the weight and pressure. Just hold it, the silence and the still. Sit there in all that you measure, while you hold others so high, living out your great big lie. Mirage in your mind, any clarity gets clouded. Deaf to heart, you're muting out the truth, fighting from the pain inside. And how much more can you take? Always have to. Always searching, the blind lead the blind, how to find what you only feel. Face it and fall, see if you can do it, rising from the pain and the depths. 'Cause you know there's love
push and pull till yours gets found true.
That was All Waves Break. That's the second track from the new album from Pert Near Sandstone. The album's called Waiting Days, and we have Justin and Jay in the studio with us tonight. Guys, so that last tune, All Waves Break, God, there's like surreal imagery there for sure. I got the sense personally, listening to it, of like being underwater, you know, something kind of like sensory deprivation. Can you guys speak to what that song is about, or where that comes from, or
That's totally
like, am I way off base, or like,
I totally get that too. Justin, Justin wrote the song.
Yeah,
oh, okay,
I did write
cool.
The song. It is that exactly. I love using imagery like that. I can breathe underwater in my dreams, which is kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah.
He's tried it while awake, and it doesn't work.
No, nearly drowned.
Right.
No, but so definitely in my dream state, and when I can breathe underwater, it's always really surreal and kind of far out. And you know, dreams deal with subconscious and in your psyche, you know, or they're related to that. And you know, I wrote that song about all the weight that you can feel and all the kind of like, sometimes you can feel just encapsulated and like you don't really, I don't know how to explain it.
Right,
you know?
right.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like the line in the title, like all waves break. Like, you know, whether you're looking at it like it's like there's something positive weighing on you or something negative, everything has like its end, and it's like,
right. And then, you know, like I alluded to, you know, we alluded to having other jobs. Well, and like two of us also have kids.
Okay, sure.
And I do, and Kevin does as well. And I mean, sometimes I can't tell you how many times I've quit this band in my head, you know, like it's all too much. It's too much to try and tour and go on the road with young kids and work my job and make sure everything's taken care of there, and just try and be present in the tour and the tunes too. So the song also alludes to that, you know, and I loved Radiohead's In Rainbows release from the early aughts. And there's a tune on there, Weird Fishes. So I was like,
oh wow, yeah,
it's a shout out to that,
cool.
You know. And I don't know, it's just like, and sometimes you feel like the pressure is so much and that you're gonna break, you know, all waves breaking, negative or positive, you know? And maybe a negative break can lead to something positive
coming
but
out, right?
Alternatively, a positive, like something positive ending can lead to something bad too. So.
Right. Either way.
And it's, can you face it, you know, like, can you handle it? And don't forget there's love all around, you know, like don't forget about the love you have in your life. Cause that's the stuff you need to lean on when you're,
right.
When you have a hard time and hurting.
So like, do you, and I noticed that there's the writing credits are crediting you guys individually on different tunes. Is that how it usually goes? Like, do you come up with something and then bring it to the band and then you guys work on it, or is it pretty much done when you bring it to the band?
No, it depends on whose song.
Okay,
it is.
sure.
So like I helped Justin kind of come up with some of the chord ideas in there. That song was an E for anybody keeping track.
Okay, sure.
And like with Kevin's songs, I'll do the same. And Nate's, we kind of collaborate. Nate will sometimes have a song where we totally just fully kind of collaborate. When I write a song, I'm usually pretty picky about all the parts, and I have it pretty
well
laid
out
put together.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
But I mean, we kind of do that. We've been doing that for a number of albums. We kind of do that to illuminate, you know, the fact that all four of us are writing songs and bringing things to the table. And it also lends to like the variation on the album too, because the tunes are different, you know?
Right.
Because he does have specific parts and he wants it to sound a certain way. I'll bring something. I typically have it pretty structured out and the lyrics written, but like Jay said, there's a couple parts in there that arrangement stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
little things
little
like that.
tweaks, right?
And it's the collaboration that really helps kind of make the 4 different songwriting types and styles kind of cohesive as the album goes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
it
don't
can
always
be tricky
have,
sometimes.
Yeah, we don't always have necessarily like a concept for this whole album, and so we have to record and then kind of think about that, and that's where like the Waiting Days kind of came about. It's like, well, what are a lot of these songs kind of themed about?
Oh, okay, sure. So when you guys are writing, what comes first for you? Does it start with like a theme or lyrics, or is it chords, a melody? Like,
I'm always music. I'm a music
first?
guy.
Okay.
I don't know words very good. I don't talk good. I can't not talk good
Me
like Justin
fail
can.
English? That's impossible.
But yeah, I'll like my songs kind of, I have something that I want it to be about, and then I'll work it. But it's more of a struggle for me.
Okay.
To come up with lyrics.
Okay.
And like Kevin will help out a lot with me. And Ryan Young actually helped me a lot with my couple songs on this album. He produced it. Ryan Young from Trampled by Turtles.
Trampled, sure.
He's a good friend. He and I have been playing music together since high school.
Okay. And was he in Pert Near at one point, or?
Yeah, at the start.
At the start, okay, sure.
Yeah, Ryan and I were in a bunch of different rock bands and ska bands and all kinds of stuff. And
cool.
This one started, and I was like, Ryan, you used to play violin. You should, play some violin on this. And then he just took off and found his groove. And
yeah.
But it's so great to work with him. It's so fun and casual to record at his place.
His Neon Brown Studios is
okay. And I was going to say
it's a basement of a house he owns in Crystal, Minnesota,
and that's where you guys recorded this, right?
Mm-hmm.
With him.
We recorded three
several albums now. Yeah.
Oh
wow.
3.
Cool.
And our original ones were when Ryan lived with me in St. Paul. We recorded in my basement, so you can sometimes still hear the laundry going on some of those ones.
Nice. Well, I want to dig into that a little more, but let's play another tune for folks. This next one is Out of Time. Yeah, let's just go ahead and play this, and then we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, this is my tune.
This is one of your tunes.
You can tell.
Yeah. So cool. We'll talk about that when we come back. I'm here with Justin and Jay from Pert Near Sandstone. We're talking about their new album, Waiting Days, and this next track is called Out of Time, right here on the Sound on 89.5 KQAL. That was Out of Time, and that's a track from the latest album from Pert Near Sandstone. It's called Waiting Days, and I have Jay and Justin in the studio with me tonight. So, Jay, this is one of your tunes, right?
Yes,
Out of Time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... well, there's a couple things here. There's something I heard on my initial listen through the album, and then I went back and I was reading through like the bio and everything that got sent to me. And one of the lines from the bio stuck out at me. It said, lightly veiled as bluegrass while sneakily appeasing their inner desire for more modern musical timbre, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think that's what I'm hearing, you know? Because I hear, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I hear some grit on the vocals, like some kind of maybe a tape distortion or something happening on those vocals. But in the background, I hear something like a fuzzy guitar or something.
Yeah,
like,
there's some fuzz. This is a lot of Ryan Young magic in this one, and I let him really get into this because I kind of have a big heavy metal background.
Okay,
I started guitar, but it was all heavy metal, and And again, like the kind of punk ska stuff that Ryan and I were doing back a long time ago. And it was, so you can kind of tell sometimes I just need to get some of these like songs of mine out there. And Pert Near's going to do it.
Right.
So we find a way to make it happen.
Right.
And like Nate and Chris, really kill it on those melodies that they play. And yeah, Ryan really put the magic to this.
Well, and it seems to fit that, like, thematically, it sounds to me like kind of the world is burning type scenario.
Yes.
And to me, fuzz and distortion feels like sizzle, like burning, right?
Yes,
It was
exactly.
Is that a pretty conscious thing that happens when you do that, or?
For this song, yes, it was.
Okay.
Like that, and like I say, when we were talking about lyrics, I was kind of coming up with them. And yeah, it's not a very pleasant, positive, message, but I think a lot of people have been going through this kind of stuff for the last few years, and sometimes you just got to get it out. So I'm going to write a real happy song on our next record, I promise.
Well, but the thing is, though, a tune like this, like thematically, a tune like this, like sometimes it's good to get that out in order to get to a more positive place, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to
really
scream
good.
And let it out, right?
Yeah. I can't wait to be playing this one live more.
Me too, actually.
Cool.
So it's gonna, we're still, some of these ones, we recorded this in January, February. So, and then we've, been working on all the mastering and the art and all that stuff. So you kind of forget some of these songs. We're like holding off until we have our big, record releases, and then we're like, oh.
The record releases.
Well, we got to learn these songs. That was going to be tricky.
We're going to pull our heads out of our heads.
So at tracks like this, is there going to be like, do you have like a fuzzy guitar? And
I don't know exactly how pulling this off live is going to be.
It's going to be art. We're just going to play it.
Yeah, I mean, we're really a live show band, and what we do live.
It'll translate because auto rock,
right? Exactly.
We'll bring it when we play.
Yeah, because the fun thing about playing some of his more metal-y tunes is just that you get to rock out on stage a little harder,
right, totally,
and just play a different. It's just a different feel,
We're not putting on the spandex, tights and rocking.
There won't be a
wigs
costume
yet.
change.
Yeah, that was last week, right? Halloween, right? Yeah. Well, you guys mentioned Ryan producing this. When you guys are in the studio, do you play everything live, or do you track it out? Like, how do you guys lay it down?
Both.
Yeah, we try and do the bulk of everything live, like
bass track,
like
bass, like
guitar,
BASE,
like
not
like a foundation track, I guess we kind of call
foundation.
Okay, sure.
So 4 of us playing, and then we'll actually pause in the song. If this is the spot for a Mando solo, then Nate is not playing. Well, we'll play the whole song.
Sometimes he cuts his solos in live if it's something that we're comfortable enough to do.
Yeah, but we know that
vocals
or
and
if
solos.
Somebody like Forsberg isn't there, Chris plays fiddle on the album and live with us, but he wasn't there for doing these foundation recordings.
Okay,
he's going to come in afterward, do his solos and his fills and stuff.
Okay,
so we'll stop playing, or he would. We'll leave a gap there for the fiddle solo.
Yeah, we arrange it that way. I mean, usually when you're in the studio and you're still working on the songs, that's kind of what I think most bands will do. You're going to come back and do the vocals and do some solos or some lead parts here and there.
So yes,
we've done some stuff full live.
Yes and
really
yes,
fun.
right? Yeah. Well, but it gives it that you still have that organic band feel. Then
right?
The
live.
That's the
live
trick
recording.
to try to really catch that.
Cool. Do the tunes, you kind of, Jay, you touched on this a little bit just now. Do the tunes evolve much then once you start laying them down?
Yeah.
Or do they?
No,
they do.
In our band, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
And then like to the live show too, it's like, oh, we listen back to the album. Sometimes we're like, oh, we don't do it like that. Really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
wow.
of my songs, in fact, from like many years ago, have evolved down a few keys so that I can sing them easier.
Oh, sure. Right. Yeah.
Radio voice.
Right. That's those
But
whiskey and cigarettes.
yeah,
right?
that's the thing. And then and again, being kind of a fun live show band that we are, it definitely goes in after we're playing a song for a year. There's some other things that come out, which I think is just fine and fun.
Oh yeah,
to do.
totally. That's cool. And that way, any kind of live recordings or anything like that, you're going to get something totally different.
Yes.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
And
Super cool.
things come out of it too. You're like, oh, I'm going to do that every time, or we shouldn't do that anymore.
Both ways, right? Yeah, totally. Oh, cool. Well, let's get back to let's play another tune for folks, and then we'll come back and talk some more. I'm here talking to Justin and Jay from Pert Near Sandstone. They have a new record out called Waiting Days, and we're playing through some tunes and talking about them. This next track is called Waiting Days. It's the title track. So we're going to play through that, and we'll come back and talk about it. So here's Waiting Days, and you're listening to it on The Sound on 89.5 KQAL.
Living in the city, it's starting to wear me down. Let's pack the trunk and leave in a hurry and head towards some other town. Let's take a long drive out to the country and look at the color on the leaves. Radio is singing everything on my mind, and my mind is singing sweet. Our waiting days are finally over. My mind keeps pulling down the road. Oh yes, it's that time of year again. Get out of here, my friend. I want to take you with me when I go. Time of year again. Get out of here, my friend. I want to take you with me when I go. Is there a way to know which way we should go, or what we should learn to believe? I've seen so many times a different way of life, and a different way is exactly what we need. The road is high on the western plains, shining like it's got something to say. The sign of the times is showing no sign. I'm finding my own way. Our waiting days are finally over. My mind keeps pulling down the road. Oh yes, it's that time of year again. To get out of here, my friend, I want to take you with me when I go.
That was Waiting Days, and that is the title track from the new album from Pert Near Sandstone. And I have Justin and Jay in the studio with us tonight. So you guys, we were just talking a little bit there about the, what did you call it, a puck or something?
Yeah.
Vinyl.
Vinyl puck, yeah.
So there's used to be often bands would send their music to France to get it pressed
into vinyl.
Yeah.
And a company called Copycats in Minneapolis. Well, they started in Minneapolis in Seven Corners, and they've grown over the past 14 years, I think, or 20 maybe. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Oh, wow.
I remember going down there way back to get CDs made when that's what you did.
Right.
But they have opened up a vinyl pressing facility in Osseo, Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
And they were kind enough to let me come up there and take some like promo video and photos of our album actually being pressed, the moment it was pressed. And it's very fun to watch the mechanical process of it, because they shoot this sort of puck of vinyl into the center of this press, and then 2 stickers fly in and are like sort of loosely on top and bottom. And then the hydraulic press starts and smashes it all down. And out the sides, obviously there's excess vinyl that pushes out and then gets trimmed off and comes down this.
The songs that don't make it on the album.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm having like a satisfactory like ASMR experience just imagining it.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, watching that thing snake down that little tube and into the trash was incredibly satisfying. But then it like pops off, and the press is done, and then it just moves it like with these arms. It's just a really fun machine to watch.
You can see some of those pictures, I think, on our Instagram.
Oh,
Pert
cool.
Near,
okay.
Or
Copycats.
Facebook or Copycats.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it was super cool to go out there, and they have this whole self-contained facility, and it's pretty cool.
That's
out there.
amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I'm so happy that vinyl has the popularity that it still does.
Yes,
that's super cool.
I mean, I have a huge CD collection, which isn't as cool anymore. But other than that, I agree.
Yeah,
CDs.
Wait till those come back again.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Well, who knows, man? Cassette tapes. Look at that.
Didn't somebody
That's crazy.
just buy a bunch of all the VHSs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some celebrity.
VHS, too. Yeah.
Bought up all the VHSs.
Talking about pressing records and stuff, are you guys like, do you go through a label, or is all your stuff self-released, or how do you do that?
Yeah, no, we're independent.
Nice.
Yeah,
cool.
We've never been signed to any label.
Yeah, so nobody's.
Well, I was going to ask, is that like a
we're turning them down left and right.
Or is that just...
We're not going to sign a deal, man.
Yeah, you can't label us, man.
Well, some people, that's their whole goal, so you don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we would totally do that.
We're still indie.
Yeah, we're too indie.
How about this one? So here's something I ask a lot of folks too, is like, because I noticed you guys don't have like, some bands will release like 8 singles and then bam, and then drop an album that's like 9 songs long and it's all the singles, which I find to be
we don't know what to
bands
do.
that are better with their internet
we don't know what to do in this day and age, man.
But this is the way I like it. Like, I like to get the whole thing and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Well, we're kind of
old
school too, and that's just kind of what we know.
Right.
But like my wife is like telling us that we're doing it all wrong. That's
oh,
not
really?
Do it anymore. But,
she's younger than us.
Yeah, she's younger.
Oh, well, that's why. They don't know.
But yeah, for us, I mean, and we have several songs that didn't make the cut on this one that are pretty like we're really close to having another project, and we talked about doing that.
Okay.
Like maybe just doing.
Yeah, so maybe we just do an
next
EP,
year,
because who
releasing
cares?
some songs.
Right. Just put out a few songs and then do a 5-song.
But for you, we'll put them all on an album. Don't worry.
I'm good with an
I'll
EP
burn you a
too.
CD.
Yeah, we'll
Either
burn
way.
a CD.
Yeah, burn a CD, an EP CD. That would
Yes.
be great. That'd be great. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. So I'm here talking to Jay and Justin from Pert Near Sandstone. They've got a new album out called Waiting Days, and we're playing through some tracks and talking about it. So this next track is called Sioux Line. This is another one that stood out to me. I like train songs, and I like tunes that have that chug, that train chug to them, and this does. So here it is, folks. This is Sioux Line from Pert Near Sandstone. You're listening to it on The Sound right here on 89.5 KQAL.
You were the biggest man, but the baby of the fam. Your daddy, he walked the plank on a ship that never sank, through all the lakes in Otter Tail. With hard work you would never fail. And the stew line runs, yeah, the stew line runs, cattle by the herd, coal by the ton, yeah, it runs. You bist, then Grossman, with a Germain brand of fun. Frozen pizza, Mazzano wine, feed the birds and mow the line. Tee off and drive your car, sugar sweet down in your heart. And the stew line runs, yeah, the stew line runs, pedal to the floor. That T-bird runs, the air runs. You were always there in due time, watching it all unwind. Judge not, boy, and hold your tongue, and trust that this song will get sung. Yeah, know that this song will get sung when the stew line runs. Never knew how long you'd live, never knew the gifts you'd give. Through all the loss and all the pain, all the insights you would gain. Head up and holding strong in a life you lived so long. And the stew line runs, the stew line runs, the stew line runs. Those feelings come, yeah, they come.
That was Sioux Line, and that is a track off the new album from Pert Near Sandstone. The album is called Waiting Days, and I have Jay and Justin in the studio with me tonight. Justin, so this is one of your tunes then, right?
This is, yep, an homage to my late grandfather.
Oh, cool. Did he work on the railroad, or?
No, he loved the railroad, though.
Okay.
He grew up in Otter Tail County, Minnesota, which is west central Minnesota, lake country, very beautiful place in the state. And he owned a farm in rural Otter Tail County. And very near that farm, the Sioux Line ran, and he loved watching it go by, and just, trains are great.
They're fun.
And
they're fun.
Also these memories, his dad, my great grandfather John, hopped a boat from northern Germany when he was 16 years old, and bid farewell to Germany and left and came to the States and made a life for himself.
Damn.
And part of that life was farming and helping farmers get started. And he opened a saloon in town and helped finance new farmers, and just, it was a great part of the community. And my grandfather was the youngest of 6 children he had with Grandma Ida. And, it's all woven into the song. Otter Tail is in there.
Yeah.
And, and then the rest of the song speaks to him personally. And all of the things that I admired about him.
Cool.
You know? And
Doesn't your cousin play on that one too?
and my cousin plays the guitar
Nice.
solo.
Yeah,
on
that's
it.
electric
Nice.
guitar
Oh,
in there.
cool.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. Love stuff like that. And in fact, this tune has one of my favorite lines from the album on it. It's judge not and just hold your tongue.
Yeah.
Trust that the song will get sung.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, when I heard that, I was like, ooh, what is that? You know? Yeah. So is that like something he would say or like a
that's
like a
something
mentality?
that's something that about him.
Okay.
You know, like
sure.
you know, we had some tough times in my personal family growing up, you know, and you know, he never really cast judgment. He was just always there,
Right,
you know,
right.
there for you and with an open ear and an open heart, you know. I mean, he had his opinions and he was strong-willed and strong opinion, he had strong opinions and he had a strong will, and you know, but he was very open because he, unlike a lot of people in small towns, he did travel a lot, and he, you know, that opens your mind and your heart a lot, you know, especially when you get out of the country and out of your own zip code. You know?
Well, exactly.
So yeah, I always appreciated it when he just would hold his tongue and not judge outwardly, you know. I mean, I think we all do.
Well, we all have
inwardly
thoughts,
to
right?
some, to some degree, but you know, he had a positive frame of mind and trusted that things would work out.
That's another part that stood out to me was like the faith part, like, you know, just trust that things will work, right? You know, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. Yeah, real cool. Yeah, great tune. Like I said, I'm a sucker for train songs, man. I just love it. So yeah. And then I feel like it'd be wrong if we didn't mention you guys are playing in Midwest Music Fest tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Although
this will air
tonight,
after that, right?
This is going to air after that, so tonight will be a different night.
So we saw you out there.
Played in, you know,
so we had a great
3rd.
set,
Thanks
did
for
we?
coming.
Recording in November 3rd.
What a
right?
show.
The Cross, you're the best.
Yeah.
But, here's something else I was curious about. So, you know, we talked a little bit about your writing and your recording process, stuff like that. And we talked a little bit about your history, like bands you've played in before. But what do you guys listen to right now? You know, like, for instance, what did you listen to on the way down here? You know?
Well, we are preparing for our first Ave
Yeah,
set.
we listened to the Replacements on
So
the way down here.
we're
'cause
gonna
learn one of
do
their
a
songs.
Replacements tune
Nice.
at First Ave. So we were listening to that. But let me just pull up my.
What tune are you going to do? Or can you say?
It's
Or maybe
top
we keep it
secret.
as a secret. Let's keep it
brother.
as a
We can
secret.
tell you what
Yeah.
album
Yeah.
it's off of.
Nah, let's keep it a secret, man.
You have to come to First Avenue in Minneapolis on December 2nd.
That
That's
sounds
a Saturday.
super fun, dude.
Them Coolie Boys will
Oh
be
my
playing
God.
with us there,
Right.
as well as
Humbird,
Humbird.
my favorite.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's going to be a great night. First
And is that-
Avenue, December 2nd.
So is this all, are you doing all Replacements covers? Or?
Nope.
We're
We're
doing
playing
a new
mostly our
album.
new album.
Oh,
songs.
you're doing your new album. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is our hometown
it's your
album
show.
release.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, and I also we haven't even started working on the song technically, so it might not come to fruition.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna work on it. Though.
If we don't
for
have
sure.
it down by then, we'll play it on the
Right.
radio. You know, we'll just sit there and listen to it with you guys.
Right.
So here's what I've been listening to. Just as I pull up my title, like
Right on.
search
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
We listened together. That Keith Jarrett. That was.
Oh, yeah.
That was killer.
It's
Sam.
always all over the map. We kind
Yeah. Sam Cooke, Big
Okay.
Thief, Art Tatum, and Monk. I've been into piano
right on.
jazz lately.
Yeah.
Justin's been going very jazz.
Cool.
Lately, I've been a jazz kick for sure. And Halloween just happened, so we listened to Danny Elfman and Nightmare Before Christmas all
Yeah.
October.
Right on.
That's
Nice.
like nothing better than that.
Heck yeah, man.
What about you?
Well, I teach guitar lessons, so I listen to, you know, a lot of stuff that I have to learn for my students.
Right.
You know, from Taylor Swift to the Monster Mash.
Yeah, what are you
nice.
listening to?
But what do I listen to? I mean, again, I still kind of keep up with some of my metal
Mr.
stuff.
Bungle.
Mr. Bungle had
Really?
a new album.
They
and
have a
it's
new
one of my-
album?
yeah, for the
Really
like first
good,
time
too.
in
Oh my
20 years,
God,
and it's
really?
really good.
Wow.
It's kind of a rehashing of one of their original albums, actually, that
Oh,
Mike
really?
Patton put together.
Okay. That dude's
Man,
just
you
crazy.
know, we go out and play a lot of shows with a lot of good bands.
Right.
Speaking of metal too, I love John Stickley. Like if you've seen,
You know the John Stickley Trio?
John
No.
Stickley Trio,
Yeah, get
check
on
them
board,
out.
brother.
They are
Yeah.
something else. Like just very impressive musicians.
Yeah, and they play basically metal on strings.
Yeah,
Really?
with the 3-piece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got a drummer and a killer like violin fiddler.
Yes.
And then John plays guitar, but he affects it heavily at times.
Right.
Yeah,
He plays it clean too.
Yeah, he'll make his guitar sound like a bass, and then loop that and go over. I don't know. It's hard to explain them. You just gotta. They're one of those things you gotta go see. You gotta go
Right.
see them do it.
You know Humbird. We talked about her.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Oh yeah, she's been in here.
Yeah, and Shaky Graves. I've been listening to. A lot
Oh,
of Shaky
cool.
Graves
Yeah.
lately,
Yeah.
too.
He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, Blue Ox Music Festival has also kind of introduced us to a lot of great bands and artists personally too, which has been really great. So
Big Richard, that's fun.
Big Richard. I get into a lot of the bands that we that come through there, and then we get to kind of meet backstage.
You guys have. So do you guys? I should stop for a second because just in case our listeners don't know, what is your role? Do you guys? That's like your fest, right? Blue Ox, or you guys
It's
just curate
not
it?
our fest. We're like a host band.
A host band, okay.
And we run.
And you help curate it, don't you? Or?
We help curate it, and we run back of house.
Okay.
production, too.
Cool.
Yeah, we help
because you
stuff.
guys have had some banger acts there. Like,
Yes.
holy cow!
Yeah, it's
every year,
really
too.
We've gotten to meet pretty much all of them. So
Nice.
And this year's 10th.
yeah, this is going to be the
Wow.
10th year
10th
next year.
Cool. That is awesome. That is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Amazing.
Blue
love
Ox.
it.
Tickets on sale
Yeah,
now.
Blue Ox up by Eau Claire, right?
Yep.
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 So
Yep.
so yep.
Yep.
We'll be announcing. We'll be announcing those. Some of the artists soon.
Cool. Sounds good. You guys can be heard on all major streaming platforms. I'm assuming, right?
Mostly.
Stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, we can, but not all of our stuff
where's-
is available everywhere. CD baby.
Yes. Yeah.
Where can people find like merch, show dates? Vinyl. Are you coming out with vinyl in this one too?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's in the van.
Awesome.
Yep, it's in the van.
Oh, sweet.
Actually,
Which
some
is
of
parked
our
outside
I don't know
of
if we can
Phelps Hall.
announce this either, but some of our vinyls, because Justin was there at the plant when they were
Right,
making it. We
right.
snuck a few handwritten lyric sheets in.
No
A
way.
select
Yeah,
few.
20 of
Oh,
them.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
of them.
sweet.
Well, we'll
So
probably
And they're
you
just
sell
random,
those.
like you
So-
don't know.
Yeah, well, we do know
You
where they
maybe
are
kinda
right
know.
now.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Wow.
I know where they are right now.
Oh, that's cool.
I figured we would sprinkle some in for certain shows because
Right.
we want to,
Spread them out, right?
spread them
Like-
out, but also give them to fans that, fan bases that have been good to us.
Right.
Including our own hometown show.
Yeah, Winona
Yeah.
Lacrosse. I don't.
Yeah.
if they're going to be down here.
Well,
So we're
Or
not
if you
good
got
enough.
one
Is that what
tonight.
you're saying?
No, very good. We've been playing both
Only
and
I
bluegrass
know,
forever.
Bill.
Right. No name. You gotta do some shout outs too.
Yeah,
Isaac
totally.
Samus,
Yeah.
Tom Fassbender,
Samus, yeah.
Texas Toast.
KQAL.
Yeah. The
Both some
Toast, they're
bluegrass.
coming in next week.
Oh, nice.
Texas
So, to
Toast
do
is?
this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love
So
those
that'll be
guys.
fun too. For sure.
Ted.
Guys, what else we got here? PertNearSandstone.com.
Yeah.
Make sure people know where
A
to go.
glorious website.
Yes. I mean, we're on Instagram. We have a
Okay.
Facebook.
Sure. Right.
My wife made a TikTok for us.
Excellent. You use
that
that a
I
lot,
don't know.
it sounds like,
I
right?
think I'm in charge of it, so there's probably nothing going on too much there. But check us out on TikTok, and probably doing a dance or something. I'm not sure what's on there.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the
thanks for having
usual
us in,
things.
Bill.
Yeah, thank you so much.
For sure. No problem. We're going to go out with the last track, Lay Down Your Burdens. It just felt like it's a great way to end the album.
That's
Yeah.
I
why
love
it's
it.
there.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
figure
We
it's a
agree.
great way to end the show, So thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thanks for having
us, Bill.
Yeah, I know you had to take time out of your schedule to do this. Really appreciate it. Here talking to Justin and Jay from Pert Near Sandstone. The new album is called Waiting Days. It's out wherever you can get your music. That's where you can find it. So this last track, Lay Down Your Burdens. And you're listening to it on the sound right here on 89.5 KQAL.
Oh, when you're lonesome and feeling blue, you're not alone, dear. It's not just you. And when you're feeling not quite your best, lay down your burdens and take a rest. Oh, when that day
thanks again to Justin and Jay of Pert Near Sandstone for joining us tonight on The Sound. To hear more from Pert Near, go to pertnearsandstone.com, your favorite streaming service, or Bandcamp. For more deep dives into local and regional albums, tune into The Sound every Wednesday night at 6, right here on 89.5 KQAL. You can also listen to past episodes of The Sound on your favorite streaming services. Find links at kqal.org. I'm Bill Stoneberg, and we've just heard from Pert Near Sandstone on The Sound. Thanks for listening to The Sound. The Sound is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. Visit us online at kqal.org. Theme music for The Sound provided by Mike Terrell of Fires of Denmark.